morning, good morning, good morning. Stocks go up, stocks go down. Tesla, Tesla, Tesla. How far does it go? So it goes down because he buys Twitter. It goes down because he's going to use Twitter money, that he has from selling shares for Twitter. It goes down because he's spending time doing Twitter stuff. So it finally broke up. We've been waiting for this news for 6 months. I posted it 6 days ago. How ironic is that? That you have to be careful because you could get a tremendous pop. And this 176, 177 area hard, then you got 181, you got 188. Does it get there? Maybe, maybe not. And then we see. Okay? So a couple other things here. So that's Tesla. Let's see what happens. Market is up, so in theory, it tries to go. If it hits 181 and the premium is $4, so I posted something on Twitter yesterday. I'm trying to get people to understand. I don't come out and just give you the secret. That's Sam. That's what makes Sam Sam. Okay? But I give you clues, and if you think about it, you can figure things out. Okay? So let's say Tesla was to pop to 171 here right before open. And then right at open, he opens the 180, and say it pops to 181. And say the Tesla 180s, they're $4. So just ask yourself this question. Why would anybody in their right mind, anybody, buy the Tesla 180s at $4 if the stock's at 181? Why would they do that? Why would they do that? Really? I'm telling you, it's really straightforward. Go ahead and type. We'll answer some questions. Here's your chance to ask questions. So why would they do that? You can hear me, right? I just make sure nobody's typing anything, and then okay. So why would they do that? Okay. So, but it doesn't matter if they do that or not. But if they did, that would tell you there's a tremendous buying pressure. This is right at the open. This is not midday or something. So that would tell you something, okay? So learn from that. Think about that. Think about that. Like Google right now. Google is at 116. Think about it. The 119s are 16 cents. What if he takes those to 80 cents? He's not going to. But let's say he opens those at 80 cents. What does that tell you? He thinks it's going to get to 120. Because only an idiot would buy him at 80 cents. If the stock's at 116, you only have one day. But if they're buying them left and right, left and right, left and right, he sees something happening. And if he sees something happening, that's what Sam sees. This is why Sam sees all this stuff happening. Okay? Okay? Then, next thing. When you're waiting for something to happen, I've said this many, many times. Okay? You find a girl, let's say you like her in 7th grade. She sits next to you in class. And this is your favorite class because she sits next to you. And you dream about her forever and ever and ever, every single day. And she doesn't even ever look your way. And then next year, you're in another class together. And then you're in 9th grade. And she starts talking to you. So you waited 2 years for her to know your name, even though she sits next to you. And she's talking to you. And she says, can you come over? Do you just like, maybe you butcher it. You could. It's happened before. You could butcher it. Or are you so happy that, boom, you go do it? Tesla. people have been waiting for this to happen for 6 months. I don't care if it's 1 day, 2 day, 5 day. You're waiting for it to happen. You're waiting for her to know who you were. You're waiting for Tesla to happen. NOW. Love this stock. It's going to go way up. NOW's got 800, 900 written all over it in a few years. Okay? But NOW, 482. It can't get over 482. So for you new guys, go get some paint or some chalk, and write 482 on your wall. And that's what you're waiting for. Now, nobody's saying it's happening today, tomorrow, the next day, maybe not happening for a year. But when 482 breaks, NOW is absolutely going to fly. It's going to fly. It's going to go up massive. So when it happens, so let's say it happens in 6 months, and you maybe would say, I'm not be saying whatever. But it happens, and you see, oh my God, this thing it was 477, it just opened at 483. Sam says if it takes off 482. And you wrote that down on your wall. 6 months later, it happens. What are you going to do? Oh, I'm going to wait one more day. And then it's 520. And then your wife, who scrubbed the stuff off the wall, starts throwing everything in the whole house at you. If you wait for something to happen, and it happens, embrace it. Okay? Tesla. Okay, and Mannix, NNOX, trying to go. Now, Johnson & Johnson increased their stake, but it's only $6 million. It's nothing. It's petty cash. Okay? But here's the thing we told you about Mannix. The product either exists or it doesn't exist. Now, they're going to have earnings pretty soon, and if they have earnings, and they say they're not going to deliver anything for this quarter or next quarter or next quarter, this stock is going to get cut in half. But if they say they're going to start deliveries and all this stuff, then this stock can go to 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. If the product itself is real, and if the product works, and they're sending it to hospitals, and they're taking x-rays, then this stock, sky's the limit. Earnings estimate 517, so next week. So just know that. If they say they're not going to deliver anything and they're not going to raise estimates, then be very, very wary. Because for 3 years they've been waiting for this FTC approval, and they got it. And if they can't make any money now, something's real, something's fake. But so they should guide way up. I'm not talking if they were making 25 cents, go make 26 cents. I'm talking make $1, $1.50, $2. Because if you're waiting for if you have a product and you can't ship it, and 3 years later you finally get approval, you better start shipping it. Interesting. Okay? That's what we know. Obviously, Google, we bought Google 117s at 10 cents. Yesterday, they were $1.50. 1,500%. The 118s we bought at 8 cents, they went to $1. Wow. Meta looks different. 2 days in a row now. If Meta can get over 244, it can absolutely explode. Nobody's saying it's get to 244. If it gets over 244, okay? And then you have this debt limit. Are they going to get a deal? Not get a deal? I don't know. You got a lot of time. This is 12th. It's the 12th. You got 3 weeks. So nobody's scared of it. Then we see. Okay, last thing before we get started. Zscaler. Nobody has guided up. You don't get anybody guiding up. NVIDIA hasn't come out and said, oh, our earnings are going to be great, pre-announced. Zscaler guided up. pre-market, it took off. We hadn't played Zscaler for 8 months. But Sam knew immediately it would explode up. We bought the 110s, then we bought the 120s, and then we sold the 110s, and we sold the 120s, then we bought the 115s, and we sold the 115s. And it's going to go up, it's going to go up, it's going to go up. Till they report. And then if they don't guide up again for next quarter, then it's done. But till then, it's bullish. And if it were to drop $3, boom, we're in again. Very straightforward, very straightforward, very straightforward. That's what we know, that's what we know. Okay, good morning, everybody. 512. Stocks go up, stocks go down. Elon, can it get to 181? If it can get to 181, it can have a lot of fun today. Now, we bought these 175s. What are we buying at? 60 cents? 60 cents. They're going to open at $2. They're probably going to get to $4 instantaneously. You can sell them and buy the next level if you want. Or don't. Or you can add a week and buy next week's. But Tesla is going to be bullish now for at least a week, week and a half. Then we see. I don't care if the market drops 200 points, Tesla is going to be bullish. It just is. And they raised prices. Multiple catalysts. Why is this not 188, everybody? Watch it. Okay? For newer folks, go listen to yesterday's morning call. It's out there. It's on private Twitter. Because I talk about the A100s and Microsoft and Google, and very, very important. Very, very important. Then we see. Okay? That's what we know. Okay, SPX was up 12. Yeah, it's up 12. Okay, 41.41. Number 41.52, 41.72. Underneath 41.09 and then 4100. Okay? And it seems to not be able to break 40.91. Tesla recalls 1 million cars. So here's the recall. I don't know what this recall is, but if somebody wants to go look, is the recall an over-the-air recall, or is it a recall with all the cars have to come in? Two different things. Now, one other thing about recalls that most people don't know, and this is why people fail. Recalls have insurance. Companies buy insurance. Say, if we have a recall, you guys pay, we're going to pay you a premium. Okay? So just know that. Very, very interesting, very, very interesting. So it's not an expenditure like people think. Most of them are insured. Okay? So just know that. Okay, so that's SPX. NVIDIA cannot seem to close over 292. You got 292, 296, 301. Underneath 263. Win. Stunningly great earnings like Meta and can't go. But the day that Win takes out 113, it's ready. So just wait and wait and wait and wait, and then wait some more. And then wait. And then it'll be ready. 113. Zscaler, 118, 121, 132. CrowdStrike is 132. Zscaler should be the same within 5 points of CrowdStrike. So either two things are going to happen. Zscaler is going to go up, and CrowdStrike is going to come down. They should be around the same price. Okay? PanW earnings, I believe, in 2 weeks, and then CrowdStrike earnings, both are catalysts for ZS. Lam Research, 536. Shop, 63.68. Lilly, 441. Baba, 88. Wall, under 23. CMG, 2072. Meta, 241, but 244 number, 244. If it gets to 244, or gets near there. Now, let's say Sam says 244. You can buy it when it's at 241, and you're going to pay, say for the 245s, you're going to pay $1. Or you can wait till it gets to 244, and that's more definitive that it's going to pop, but you're going to pay 2.5. So your 2.5 goes to 3, or your 1 goes to 3. You decide how to trade and what you trade and if you trade it. That's up to you. New York Times said Tesla would fix it with a software update, so it's really a relevant recall. Okay. So know that. That's Meta. That's how you trade. Google 118. If it gets over 118.30, this can pin at 120. Snowman. Earnings. This has moved a lot now. 172, 179, 161. MDB. I think MDB is going to 320 after earnings. Still looking at it. Still waiting. Haven't seen anything. Earnings are in June, so it's still a while. 266. NOW. 466, but 482 is that number you have painted on your wall. Nanox 26, if it's real. Microsoft 313. Tesla 176, 177, 181, 188. Amazon. Now here's the thing, people. Just two things. Either Azure and Google are going to get way better, or Amazon's going to get smarter. They're going to can Andy Jaffe for being stupid, and he goes back to AWS and rips it back higher. Very interesting. 116, 122 on Amazon. That's what we know. That's what we know. Okay, comments, questions, breaking recall. We talked about it. Which CMG you stocking? So CMGs cannot seem to get through 2071, 2072. If it does, then it'll take off. This is week 2. Hasn't moved. That's what we know. That's what we know. Everybody have a great trading day. Tesla. Elon. Everybody have a great day. Future.